everyone. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Hi, how y'all doing this morning? Hope all is well. Okay, we're going to get in talk about things that you must do things that you must need in your business in order for it to grow. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and I hope that everything is connected well. Let me introduce myself to you first. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you had your cup of coffee or your cocoa or whatever you need this morning, because we're going to get into this information here about growing your business. And first of all, the other night we did the one that we talked about, how to make a profit with your ideas. And I kind of gave you some fundamental information about this, right? So we're going to get into a few more things that you need to follow in order to be able to grow grow your business astronomically. There's things out here, and there's tools that people are using that you're thinking that, oh my God, it is so hard. It's not so hard. It's just that they have a system, and we're out here using the system, and a lot of you just thinking that it's so difficult. So if you got a strategy, and if you got a step by step with anything, remember, our body is a system. Our body gives us, you know it works on a system, in a systematic way. It's no different with anything else in the world. Everything is a system. Anything being developed is a system. It's a system to develop it. Remember that. Everything that's been produced, developed, it's been developed and produced with the system. And so that's what we're going to talk about this morning. But before I get into it, I'm Sandy. I'm your business strategist here. What does Sandy do? What does a strategist do? Well, a strategist help you to come up with more things in business or whatever you're doing with your. I'm a business strategist, so I help you come up with different ways to grow your business, different tools. I help you come up with just all that, basically getting your business and doing operations, making it work, making that system work, and helping it grow, coming up with more ideas for you. If you have an idea on your business, if you already have a business, then guess what I do? I help you to just see the bigger picture to help it grow. And not only see it, we implement some things to make it happen, and we take action on them. So that's what I'm here to do. And if you're a startup, what I help you do is I help you get everything set up systematically, structured, so where you can be up and running legally and making everything grow, and you won't have to worry about not succeeding in your business, because the things that we do in growing, helping your business come to life in a business way, not in a mom and pop way, or not in a way that, hey, I'm going to set up and start a business, and you think you have a business, but you have a hobby. So that's what we're going to talk about this morning. So let me go ahead and get into things. The first thing is first, when it comes down to business, is you need to make sure that you have it legalized, structured correctly, right? So that's the first thing you have to do. And with that being said, I know a lot of you already know about LLCs. The most thing I hear people say is, yeah, I need help setting up my LLC. And they think that that's pretty much it. But no, that's not it. First of all, you definitely would need an EIN number. And you need to sit down and kind of like, if you don't do a full-blown business plan, you can do, I have a 2-page business plan that I use when I'm helping my clients. We coming up with things for their business right off the bat. So if you guys want a copy of that, make sure you sign up and be a part of the community, because that's free to you. So if you want that, it's yours. And then you can come up and sit down and just strategize your own business. So if you click the link, and if you go to pushthedream.com, you can see where you can have that. Pushthedream.com, that's where you can find most of my material, and be a part of the community. Because when I share things, when I give little business tip and videos and stuff that I don't talk about on social media, you'll be connected with me, and you'll know how to get that information. Now, the next thing is, once you get your EIN number, open up your bank account, and after that's going to be a part of your plan. So all of these things here is going to, these are going to be thoughts out of your head and getting them on paper, so where you can have your structured platform, your structured business setup. So anyway, Now, the next thing we want to do is after we do the EIN and get your business account set up and everything like that, you want to definitely get in and starting setting up, making sure that your credit is together, making sure that your credit report, it's pretty much you in the high sixes and the high seven, whether it's low sevens, preferably you need to be in the middle, like mid 70s, 700 with your credit score. The reason why I say that, because some things may require you, if you're trying to grow your business, yes, you're going to need business credit for the most part if you don't already have the money saved up. Now, that's a total different conversation. If you have the money already and you've already allocated money aside, or if you're getting a loan for it, you don't have to worry about right off the bat. You don't have to worry about having, building business credit, but preparation is very important in business. Preparation. Write it down, type it, or say it, keep it in your memory, your heart, your mind. Preparation. In business, you always need to be prepared. You need to be prepared for the what ifs. You need to be prepared for, your legal responsibility, your taxes. You need to be prepared in marketing. There's so many areas that you need to be prepared in, right? So back to getting down to the, like I said, being prepared and making sure that, you're establishing yourself a business credit. And along the way, and also you need to make sure that you're applying for your DUNS number, your Duns and Bradstreet number. That's pretty much your social security for your business, your social security number for your business. And what it does is it's a snapshot. It builds its own credit profile. It builds its own credit profile. And along the way, as you are getting, because they have like like little things that can start you off in business, like Quill, and there's a few. I have them. The Quill, and you have Uline, you have just for the sake of starting off, you have, especially if a business needs supplies, you have CEO Creatives, you have Crown Office, you have Supply Works. You can, get Target, Sam's Card, business account, and all those things. They have business accounts, and what they require of you is what I'm talking about, that having it set up like a business, structure as your business is structured correctly, then you'll be able to qualify for those things. Now, the next thing you definitely don't want to leave out is some type of insurance when it comes down to your liability. Although you're an LLC, you still need that cushion to make sure that you have your business protected. If you have a big brick and mortar business, if you're running your business office from home, you definitely need a different insurance policy. In certain businesses that you do, you need to be licensed and bonded and things like that. So these are all the things you need to take into consideration when you are up here thinking about business, okay? And embarking on such a great decision, owning a business. Nothing against a 9-to-5, but a business, having something that you can one day own and one day grow it to the point that it can be even be on a stock exchange. Wouldn't you like your business to grow and be on a sort of stock exchange one day? Yeah, that's where I'm headed. That's the goal for me. So that is that. Now, the next things after these are pretty much foundational things that we're talking about right now. But another thing I do want to make sure that that you need to make sure of is, once you get to the point when you are, and don't forget to have your business license for your business in your particular county, state, or whatever. Make sure that you have your business license for that. Outside of if you're in an industry, like say for instance with me, if I were to start a salon, open up a salon, outside of the salon state board license that I would need to get through the state board, along with that, I would need to also get business license in my county. So you gotta make sure that you know that you need that. Okay. All right, now some of the next things is we're going to talk about. And when we're talking about a bank account, I think I mentioned the business bank account. You want to make sure that you're setting up your business bank account, and then you definitely, it would be advantageous for you to have more than one account, because you can have one for your daily operations. You can have a business account for, like inventory, and then this way, when tax time comes, you will have everything organized in a structured fashion, because you would have set up these accounts and only pulled certain things from these accounts. Like I say, operational account, that's money just coming flowing into your business, from a standpoint of you having everything, just like just everything that comes in, and then you can allocate the rest of it into the other accounts. Like I said, you can have one that you may pay your bills. You can have one set up for your taxes. Just for instance, like whatever comes into your, let me tell you a good thing to do. And I'm not a tax, disclaimer here, I'm not a tax professional. I'm not giving you legal advice, but this is a strategy that will be good to use in business once you get to that point. And I don't want to go over your head a little bit in this information, because if you're new in business and you haven't gotten there yet, then but still, the information is going to be valuable for you once you get there, because you're gonna get there. If you're serious about business, you're gonna get there. Okay, Sandy told you. Now, what you need to do is, when you in the portion, if you have the account, like say for instance, whatever income, whatever money, revenue, put it this way, whatever cash flow comes into your business, then you take at least 40% of that. It may not end up all in taxes, but you ought to just put that in your tax account. That way, when it's time to pay the IRS and you got to sit down and come up with, what you owe the IRS, then things won't be so, they won't be so, I didn't always use the strategy. This is a strategy that I just learned myself. And I think it's a good way to separate it, instead of having it all together. So let me just let you know that. So I just learned this too, and passing it on to you guys. So hopefully, this is something that, you can start off with doing, and it'll make your life so much easier. Now, also another thing is, whatever your business needs, your products, your services, whatever you're gonna charge for your services, and then you need to come up with your pricing. Your pricing is so important. I'm getting ready to come up with a class. It's everything I'm talking about here, guys. It's going to be detailed in a course, but I'm just giving you the what you need, the what of business. This is what we're talking about now, because some of these things I don't think that you really thought about, and maybe you have, but if you haven't, then this is what I do want to let you elaborate on for you. Now, coming up with your pricing for your products and services, even before you're selling them, you want to make sure that you got those prices down. You have your variable costs, your fixed costs, you got everything down. Your fixed cost is what is going to be exactly what it says. Fixed. What's fixed? What's a fixed cost in my business? What is fixed for me? Like your rent, your utilities, or whatever you're paying in your business. If you have a brick and mortar business, whatever is going to be constant. It's going to say the same amount that you're going to have to pay every month. Just take for instance your software, your processing systems. If you're out here doing emails, or anything that you're paying for to make your business run smoothly, like your marketing, anything you're using for marketing, just like with me, I have my email responder, I have my payment processor. Payment processor, I'm sorry, that is fluctuating, because it all depends on, it takes a percentage. Like PayPal and Stripe takes a percentage out of your, whatever. If you're using those services, it takes a percentage out of those, whatever you have coming into your business. Now, certain things like, you may have ordered software for your business, or you may have other, like I said, other tools that you're needing in software that you're needing to help your business run sufficiently. You may have purchased ClickFunnels or something like that. That pretty much will stay the same, especially if you're needing that to run your business on the back end. So that's your fixed cost, and your variable cost is things that may, that's going to fluctuate. Oh, and then like your insurances and things like that, whatever you're paying every month the same, or if you're going to pay it out within a year, pay it out all one time for the whole year. It's just however you're going to do it. And then you have to go in and, kind of, depreciate those items too. That's a little bit It's explained more in the course. But and then the next thing you want to make sure, even with that, coming up with your prices, like I said, your variable costs. Your variable costs is things that's going to fluctuate. Things that just not going to be the same in your business as always. Like paying for ads, and that you may not. That's not going to be the same every month for you, because you're going to have to, kind of like run campaigns and see what you need to do for as ads and how you're going to market, and you're going to look at some of the data that you've already collected and see what route you want to take from there, and do it a little differently. Now, next, then that comes with your, like I said, your equipment, your products and services, or pricing yourself. And then the next thing you're gonna have to do is come up with you're gonna need to come up with pricing on maybe whoever your just whoever your supplies, and what it's going to cost you, the cost of doing business, what it's going to cost you, and you need to make sure that you have all of that included in your business planning process. And then your day-to-day, what it's going to cost you. Like, for instance, once you get to see what it's going to cost you to do business or to offer a particular service, then you go, and that's how you price your products. Next thing, building a team. Whether you have somebody as a 1099, a subcontractor, or you're going to straight out hire someone that's going to be working for you as an employee, there are a lot of things and a lot of levels that you need to make sure that you are doing in this process. For one, you need to make sure that if you're going to hire an employee, you got the job description down. You knowing a little bit about the laws and the rules and the do's and the don'ts. What kind of insurance are you going to give them, if you're going to give them any? Knowing your payroll taxes, knowing everything that you have to do in order to be able to hire that person, meaning letting the IRS know, doing your onboarding. And really also, when you're doing your onboarding and you're hiring someone, you got to make sure that you've already, you know, put them in the portal for the Department of, the Department of Labor. They have to know that you're getting ready to hire somebody. Then you also, that's what your EIN number is for. You definitely have to make sure that you have one, because when you get ready to hire someone, you need to make sure, hey, you need to make sure you have a policies and procedure manual. You need to make sure that you have your um employee handbook, getting them, whether it be a large one or a small one. If you're hiring someone, these are some of the things that they require you to do. It's not nothing that you want to do, they require you to do it. Okay, it's required of you. Now, the next thing is, let's say, for instance, if you're going to have somebody just as a subcontractor, you got to know what documents you need, what forms you're going to need for that. There's a process, because if you're paying them over $600 for a service, you have to notify the IRS. If you are paying them over $600 for doing a service for you, the IRS has to be notified, and you have to do a 1099. And then also, you want to establish that before you guys start doing the project. It's really, really good to, for them to know that this is going to be a 1099 transaction. Alrighty. So, and also, a lot of people use Fiverr and Upwork for establishing and getting people to do like little projects for them. They hire virtual assistants from those, kind of platforms or whatever, but you still need a job description. You still need to let them know what will you be doing, or whether you be hiring them for just an assignment, or whether you'll be hiring them full time. That needs to happen. And you need to establish that communication, so where you can be very, very clear on what you guys are doing together. Now, the next thing I would definitely would recommend is everybody on your team, make sure that you have this information for as their resume, just having something, especially in the future, if you're going to get out here and, let's say, for instance, if you want to get down the road, if you want to be able to go and get money from an investor or anything like that, an investor will want to know who is your team. So that way, if you have the resume of the people that's going to be a part of your team, it can be employees, it can even be, contractors or somebody that's going to help you bring this vision to life, you can definitely say, see, I have the team here, and you have their resume in order to be able to prove that you guys can work together and you have a systematic way of making this thing happen and making it work. You get what I'm saying? So when you do that, and then they know that, and then that's one of the big reasons why a lot of companies, this is a big reason why a lot of companies, they have have their team, and this is why they get approved for some of the loans, because they have a team together to make this vision come to life. Yeah, that's why they are approved, because they have somebody that they can see, okay, the question goes out of the window of who, how they gonna do this. You want, if you got your team together and they are qualified to do what you need them to help you do. This is why planning a business plan is so important, especially in some cases. Now, some you can do a 1 or 2 plan and be done with it and boo 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 boo, keep it going and keep it moving, and you out here doing your thing. But some projects or some businesses that you start is going to require a lot more than you doing that. Yes, it's going to require a lot more. So now, the next thing is, having your professional email set up. Not saying you can have a Gmail account. It's good. I would recommend having several mail accounts, because really, when you have a Gmail account, you also have access to your YouTube channel. And then in the future, if you want to put something on a YouTube channel, that'll be great too. But you definitely need a professional a professional email account. You can get that through anywhere you get your domains. Pretty much you can get it through GoDaddy or any of the other ones out here that you can purchase domain from. I think it's domain.com, and there are several of them out there. Get my business toolkit. It's free to you, and you can have a list of all of the things that I'm talking about, that basic that you would need. It's like business tools, and it's free to you. So if there's something that you need, go and get it, go and grab it and see what I'm talking about. I have a whole list there for you, not charging you anything. Just get the list. Okay. Alrighty. And then also, website is not always needed, but it is good to have, especially if you definitely want to set a nice presence and you want people to reach out to you, in a professional way. If you want to have them to see it, putting things out on your website, that's a good way to establish too. You don't always have to do that, always have to be that way, but yeah, it's it's helpful too. And also, like I said, in the business toolkit, payment processes, I have all that information in there for you too, in that business toolkit. But just having those things, just having these things that I'm mentioning, and also knowing how, before we get to the financial part, knowing how to know how you can continue to grow your business with having your clients, having them knowing what they want, basically. And I'm talking about surveying, knowing what they want, knowing what they need, and by the way, if you have serviced anybody, if you had an appointment with anyone and you want to get some feedback on how you did, what you didn't do, or maybe having them, come up with a list of questions and survey them. And that way you can grow your businesses. Once you get started with your business, you can grow it that way, having these things to help you do that. Now, the big part, one of the good part, and one of the most important parts of your business is knowing your numbers, knowing the growth pattern, knowing what you did from year to year in your business. And your balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow statements will tell you this. And you definitely want to make sure that you have at least a rough draft for, if nothing else, of what's going on. And it's good to do this on a Excel spreadsheet and having all of this. And this is a part of your bookkeeping. All of this stuff here, I go deeper in courses, but I'm giving you this information, not going over it in detail with you now, to make sure that you have all of these things, and knowing how to put them together. And this way you can have, this is just a snapshot of basically your living and breathing entity. Your business is your living, breathing entity. Your business is your living, breathing entity, and you need to keep up with what's going on in it. That way you can make decisions. If you see where some of your services is not performing as well as others, especially if you have a service-based business. Say, for instance, in the beauty industry, if you're doing things and you see where certain areas of your business is not doing well, then you can adjust. You can make some adjustment. You can come up with some ways to grow it. You need to always know what's going on, because although we're here to make a impact and make a difference and solve a problem in business, you really need to know, are you really solving these problems? Are you really getting, are you really getting the results that you're looking for in business? And what is your mission being accomplished? That's another thing. Is the mission of your business, is it being accomplished? So that's what you need to know. Now, the last thing that I'm going to share with you is you definitely need a team. You need a team with a CPA. You need a team with an accountant. You need a team with someone like me, your business strategist, and you need an insurance. You need somebody that can kind of be your insurance, person, your insurance agent of, just helping you find the right insurances for your business, as it grows. Whether you're going to need someone, your attorney will be able to help you with the patents and the legal things that you need in your business, and making them happen, and making them, making sure that you are getting the right protection for your business. Because if you got an idea, I'm sure you don't want it to stay small. Right? So as you grow in your business, as your business grow, you need to grow in what you want to do and how you're going to do it in your business, and what you're going to, it's just that. It's just that simple. Just that simple. You want to do well, and you want to do good. I know you do. So what you need to do is make sure that you are prepared to do just that. Do good and make things happen. Alrighty. Okay. Well, this is all I'm going to say to you this morning. And it didn't come on last night, but here again, hopefully this information here that we are going over, it's going to be helpful and meaningful to you. And it's going to get you to thinking a little bit more crystal clear on business. And we're going to go over this week. We're going to get in more detail about some of these that I did discuss and talk to you, because I want you to know these things, because I want you to do good and make sure that whatever businesses you're embarking on, it's going to be well thought out, well put together, and you're going to make all the money that your business can potentially make, right? Okay. Well, I'm Biz Strategist Sandy, and I'm here. And remember, I always tell you, you were created for greatness. You have greatness within you. You were created for greatness. You have it. Whatever that greatness is that you want to accomplish and achieve, you have it. You were created for greatness. And I want you to know that. And I want you to continue to do the things that move forward in your life. And know, whatever your spiritual guidance is, mine is God. Just know that He will never leave you or forsake you. Not His people. Okay? Alrighty. So that's all I want to say to this morning. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Hope that something I said to you helped. Alrighty. Talk to you soon. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.